Hello and welcome back to 2023. This is going to be fun. I want to take our well-being conversations to another level this year. I really want to push you to start to think about well-being as a driver of culture and to understand that we're not just talking about well-being on a personal level, we're talking about professional well-being, we're talking about how our workplaces and schools operate, and we're also talking about the cultural and well-being health aspects of our staff. Huge. Absolutely huge. So what I want to share with you today is the idea that we need to move not just beyond morning teas and yoga, but also beyond surveys that capture data we do nothing with. Now, one of the reasons I fence it a little bit on surveys is because they don't really allow us to go what I call beneath the surface. Yes, we know data can give us a snapshot of what is happening, depending on the questions, depending on the reliability of the data, and depending on how our staff engage with it. But what I can share with you is that some of the work I've done in schools lately has been around going beyond the data and beneath the surface of what a statistic, a result, or an outcome might tell us. Because let's be honest, we already know that a high percentage of our staff are feeling burnt out, stressed, or overwhelmed. And that's not a good thing. But if we don't start to ask what's causing it, what are the real issues, and move beyond those things, then how do we know what to do? So my challenge for you this year is not to hand out another survey and not to put on another afternoon tea and hope it fixes all of the problems, but to actually start to ask staff what's causing stress, what's causing overwhelm, how do we move beyond those things, and what are some strategies and solutions, and please listen to them so we can look to implement some of those things. Now, if you're not sure how to do this, this is what my Beneath the Surface days are all about. I will come into your workplace and your school, I will interview groups of staff, and I will ask the prickly questions to find out what is actually going on. We want to know what's working well. We want to know what's getting in the way of staff wellbeing and staff culture. And then we also want to know, if anything, what we should do about it. What are some of those practical strategies? And this is a really important piece, because if we continue to sit at the problem stage, then all we're doing is focusing on problem. And when that happens, we're not actually in a solutions-focused mindset to be able to move into strategy. And if we stay in problem, all we get is problem, and we kind of keep looping and spiraling, and no one wants to hang out here. If we're going to move beyond this stressful work environment, stressful schools, workloads that are increasing, we need to actually start to go, well, hang on, what can we do about it, and implement some real strategy. But to do that, we have to have the conversation and be willing to step into a space of solutions focused, problem solving, creative ideas where we can do some of this work. So that's what 2023 is all about. It's doing the work. So if you're ready to do that, just let me know.